Hello everyone and welcome back to Poppy Seed Mini. Today is day 3 of our DIY mini advent calendar, where I will be showing you how to make your own 12-day mini advent calendar, and stay tuned for the next 9 days as we share a mini craft for each day. All right, let's open our box for day 3. Oh, I'm excited about this one. It is a miniature paper poinsettia. What do you guys think? I designed this last year, but I ran out of time before Christmas, so I didn't get to share it with everyone. But I do this year. All right, let's get crafting. To make the poinsettias, I used this set of punches, which came as a 3 set on Amazon. I'll add the link for these in the description box below if you would like to purchase them. So the first thing I do is I punch out 2 of the large flowers and 2 of the small flowers out of a red cardstock. And I found this cardstock at Michael's. Then I punch out 2 large green and 1 medium for the leaves. Next, I take a sheet of craft foam and a dotting tool. And what I'm going to do on each of the petals is draw up to the top of the petal and then add veins, giving it that detail that a poinsettia flower always has. I'm going to shape everything the same way, adding those veins to the petals, except for the last little medium flower. I'm going to trim this one, and I'm going to cut out 2 of the petals. Like so. Trim it a little nicer here. And then cut a slit between the other 2. And then I'm going to come back and add the veins and the shaping to this as well. But this is going to be our little center. Once you've added your veins and details to your green ones, you'll punch a hole in the center with a push pin or a pin or whatever you got. Anything that'll make a nice little hole in the center, just on your green ones. Once you have your petals shaped, you'll need some coated floral wire. And you can either find this in the floral section at the craft store, or my favorite spot is the baking section at Hobby Lobby. They have a really nice set there, and if you get it at the right time, it's always on sale too. So you're going to take 1 piece of coated floral wire, and I'm going to cut it about 2.5 inches long. Like so. And then I'm going to take a dot of clear glue, and I'm just going to put it in the center of the leaf. And then push that onto the stem. Add your next one and add your glue. All right, and then you're going to add your smaller one at the very top. Like so. I'm going to push these a little closer together. There we go. That's more how I want it. And then I'll let that dry. To create the flower, start with one of your larger petals. Add a dot of glue. Put the next largest petal right over the top, making sure the petals alternate so you can see the other petals through. And you might want to press into that with a dotting tool. Grab your next smallest petal. Add your glue. Stick that in place. And then add a little bit of glue to the bottom of your last petals. Make sure there's not too much glue because this one's hard to hide. And add that in the center. Like so. Then I take a gold pen and I add little dots in the center of the poinsettia. Add glue to the top of the stem and glue on your flower. And let dry. All right, I have 5 poinsettias made. I have a glue cap, some tissue paper, and some twine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and cover my glue cap with this tissue paper, shaping the tissue paper up like so. And then I'm just going to tie it with my twine. Now I've cut this long so that I can create a bow. Like so. Tie it tight. Make the bow in the front. Pull your loops back down so they're tiny. And then trim off the ends. Make sure that's all laying nice. There we go. Now I'm going to fan this open a bit more so I can get in there. Make sure it's sitting nice and flat. And then I'm going to fill the bottom full of hot glue. I'm going to waste some hot glue today. But I want it to be heavy enough to hold the flowers. So I am going to fill it up quite a bit. All right. Then I'm going to add in my flowers. And I've cut my flowers so that I have 4 shorter flowers and 1 taller one for the center. And I'm going to bunch them together the way I want them while they dry. I feel like I have a hole on this side, so I'm actually going to add a 6th one here before the glue dries. Make sure you're patient because the glue does take a while to dry and you don't want your flowers drooping while it does. Isn't it cute? Let us know in the comments down below what you would put in a mini calendar. We would love to hear your ideas. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow for day 4 of our DIY mini advent calendar. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you love making miniatures, don't forget to check out our other videos. See you tomorrow.